Welcome back to another episode of the Nottingham Forest Career Mode here on FC26, where today we will kick off the Premier League season. After last episode, we spent over 220 million on bringing in all these players here you can see on your squad. Now, it might not look like a lot of players for the money, but these are some high quality players that we have brought in, like Endrick, like Shavar, like Aitnori, like Livramento, Mr. Pulisic, Havertz, and Fernandez. Now we have offloaded over 113 million as well of players leaving the squad. We have brought in exactly 131.37 million into the bank here. We have spent 227 million, and we might not be done yet. We have 47 million left to go. We have a couple weeks left in the window. We kicked the season off here just in a couple days against Manchester City, where we played the Community Shield against Liverpool and won that thanks to a Murillo header on a corner late in that game. We don't really care about that. And then we obviously lost the UEFA Super Cup, which we don't care about that as well. And at the moment, here is your current starting lineup in the squad. We have Paxhao, Endrick, Pulisic, and in fact, Endrick is now going to take that bench spot for Mr. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is your starting striker. Gibs-White, Anderson, and Dominguez remains as your front three, that are your midfield three, that is unchanged. Alongside your center back pairing, Murillo and Milinkovic is unchanged as well. Livramento comes on to the right back position, Aitnori onto the left back position, and Shavar coming in your goalie position. And then your bench here is almost the same bench. We have Ito on the bench now, though. Ward comes in from loan, obviously the youth prospect. He's in now at the squad. He's our backup cam for now, and I think we're going to stick with him in all honesty, and we'll just go from there. And so here's our last signing, Ilya Zabrani coming into the squad, backup center back. Minato has been replaced as well. He didn't come in at 81 overall. Him and Ito are going to be your backup center backs in for the squad. Welcome to the squad. That is more than likely going to be our last signing now. And now a straight up gameplay here, opening up the season against Manchester City. And here we go. Y'all know the starting lineup for us. It is Nottingham Forest versus Manchester City here in the Premier League kickoff. Let's see if we can start the season off strong. We ended up in the title race somehow last season. I want to be in the title race this season on purpose now.
Morgan Gibs-White.
Gibs-White. Now wide for Paxhao. And Paxhao now trying to get past Nunez, cannot do so. Paxhao, Gibbs-White, Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz starting his life here with a goal on debut. 1-0 for Nottingham Forest. Paxhao into Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White will actually receive possession and maintain possession, but then lose it. But Anderson will get it back, and then Anderson will give away. He might take it, but he will give it. Milinkovic intercepted as well. Foden, Matheus Nunes, Erling Haaland. He didn't shoot it for whatever reason. Roger Reiners. Haaland, 1-1. That's why he didn't shoot it. He could work up and get better goal creation there. And Erling Haaland's on the score sheet already. As expected, probably. Gibbs-White. Igor Paxhao. Kai Havertz. He'll hold it up as well. Over the top, back out wide for Paxhao. In Igor. Into Kai. Kai into Dominguez. Dominguez into Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White will lay it off for Livramento. Back to Dominguez. In for Kai Havertz. That is what works from us. And Kai Havertz onside has his second. And Nottingham Forest retakes the lead. It's a brace on debut for Mr. Kai Havertz. I was worrying whether or not that was a good idea. That's why I waited so long to bring him in. But he's off the mark early. And it's 2 in the first game of the season.
Well, I have to say, he's done really well here.
And halftime, we will go into the break with a 2-1 lead here with the Kai Havertz debut brace over Erling Haaland's equalizer. No chance for a Kai Havertz hat-trick as Endrick will come on for him. Quenda comes on the right for Pulisic, and Ward at cam for a yellow card. Gibbs-White. That's the only reason to take him off, because he's on a yellow card. Anderson into Milinkovic. Milinkovic out wide for Quenda. Quenda in for Endrick, and Endrick now on the ball. Endrick trying to use his agility and just pace to get past players. Can't really do so.
That was a good interception.
Erling Haaland, stopped by Livramento. Oh, Dominguez out wide for Igor Paxao, and Igor Paxao, he's in loads of space here, and Igor now getting chased down. In for, or actually that's Ward, it's not even Endrick, and Ward will score in his Premier League debut, and Nottingham Forest wraps up the win. 3-1 in the opening day of the Premier League season here at the Etihad. Oh, and I was muted. 3-2 win. Erling Haaland scored a great header at the end there. It does not matter. 3-2 win. We are going to go ahead and simulate through the second game of the season here against Brighton. 0-0 after 90 minutes. 0-0. Now, I wasn't planning on doing any more transfer business, but I feel like this is a no-brainer and something I kind of have to accept. $78.8 million for Morgan Gibs-White to Liverpool. I feel like I have to do this. 26-year-old, 84 overall Gibbs-White, who, quite honestly, last season, on and off for him, in complete honesty. He was good in some points. He was horrible in some other points. I think we get rid of him. I think we get rid of him for $78.8 million, and we bring someone else in. And I have the perfect replacement. I have two replacements possibly, and I possibly, with this money, could bring in another center attacking mid and not have Ward and loan Ward out. Morgan Gibs-White, your time at Nottingham Forest is finally up. It should have been up over this last season, but you got forced to sign a contract at Nottingham Forest again and not to go to Tottenham. So go to Liverpool. 78.8 mil.
Well, it's a 4-5-1.
Here we go. Next game up, it's Aston Villa. Endrick starts as striker. Kai Havertz starts at cam. Morgan Gibs-White is not part of the matchday squad. Obviously, on the speculation that he does complete that transfer move over to Liverpool, he is no longer part of this team in my eyes, so goodbye to him. Ward does not get the start here, so Kai Havertz gets it instead. I wanted that ball to Pulisic, but he stayed offside, so Endrick actually smartly came to collect it, but then losing the ball there. We are looking to get back to winning ways after a 0-0 draw against Brighton. I do think simulations through that screen are broken, and it's always a 0-0. It's very rare you get goals. Ain't Nori into Igor Paxao, and Igor Paxao now on the ball. Can he do something? He'll find Endrick. Endrick will find Anderson, and Anderson will have a crack, and Martinez will have a relatively easy save. Dominguez, Pulisic, Endrick over the top for Pulisic back. He's going to run out of play. He keeps it in play somehow. He'll find Anderson. Anderson to touch a shot headed away by Tapsoba. Igor Paxao. Igor Paxao. Oh, Kai Havertz. No. Oh, it might work out. It might actually work out. It probably won't work out. It won't work out. Lorente. Rogers trying to take the lead right before the break. Anderson says no. Kai Havertz helps clear it, and that'll be halftime. 0-0.
And there goes the halftime whistle.
Rogers is in behind, and Rogers to take the lead. 1-0. Aston Villa have the lead. Lorente. And Lorente saved by Chavor. Livramento had to clear it. Rashford was there. Is that Rashford? No, Rashford. Why did I say Rashford? Now, waiting for Kai Havertz to make that run, and which he will. And Kai Havertz strikes. Emi Martinez saves corner. And Watkins could be in behind here, and this is the problem with Milinkovic. He doesn't really have the pace, and Ollie Watkins off of the crossbar. That was a chance to really write the rest of this game off and give us our first loss of the season. Dominguez, Pulisic into Endrick. Endrick over the top for Igor Paxao, who's eager to make that run. In Paxao now will lose the ball and lose possession. And we will lose this game. A win, loss, draw to open up the season. It's annoyingly we lose Aston Villa as well. And there it is. For a second, I forgot I've done this. Morgan Gibs-White is off to Liverpool FC for $78.8 million. Now, we had $18 million in the transfer budget, so I don't know if we'll be able to really bring in two players like I thought about, but we'll at least obviously be able to bring in his replacement. Morgan Gibs-White, goodbye, sir. Your time at the club is done. It should have been done last season if you didn't get held hostage, but off you go now for 78.8 million. And Mr. Yildiz is that replacement after going through a couple of players here. We narrow down to Yildiz. He comes in from Chelsea for 68.3 million. Chelsea don't need him, so he goes through Nottingham Forest. Welcome into the squad, Mr. Yildiz. 82 overall. He's going to take a step back technically from the 84 to 82, but he will grow. He comes into the squad. Welcome in. We have our Champions League opponents here in the league phase. We start away in Germany. That's actually be the closing game of today's episode against Borussia Dortmund. Then we come home to SK Extreme Garage. Then Atletico Madrid away from home. We come home to Barcelona. So a very tough Champions League phase so far. The first half is very hard. We start the second half here with Porto. We go home to Inter Milan. Another tough game. This can be a tough schedule. We then go ahead and close it off against Bayer Leverkusen. And who the heck is this? Zulte or Jim? No idea who they are, but we have them in the Champions League phase. If we don't batter those guys 20-0, then it is a disgrace. We are going to go ahead and quick sim this game here with Yoda starting at cam. Quick sim and a 5-2 thrashing over Southampton. Kai Havertz, Anderson, Dominguez, Anderson, Pulisic all on the score sheet. Massive win to give us a boost coming into the game here against Champions League opponent Borussia Dortmund. And here we go. Champions League starts against Borussia Dortmund here in Germany. Havertz into Yildiz. Our first look at using Yildiz. He loses the ball. Cross comes in. Dominguez heads it away, but only into Felix Nemecha, who finds Job, who finds Gadashi. 1-0 Dortmund. Anderson, Havertz, out wide for Pulisic, and Mr. Pulisic now on the ball. Captain America straight at Kobel. In halftime, 1-0 down to Dortmund. Igor Paxal over the top for Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz, he'll take a touch, and that touch will be a shot, and it will be the equalizer. 1-1 here. Kai Havertz has the first goal of our Champions League campaign. Havertz out wide for Pulisic. Can he use the pace he has? Maybe throw that in for Yildiz, and Yildiz now getting past Schlotterbeck. Yildiz saved by Kobel and out for a corner. Oh yeah. In front for Gadashi there. Gadashi's in behind. 2-1 Dortmund lead. It's in the box. It's Kai Havertz. It's 2-2. It's a brace for Kai. Look at him leap there. Leaped out the air. Anderson. Havertz over the top and out wide for Adeoye. And Doy. Into Yildiz. Yildiz over the top for Pulisic. Stopped by Oshkan. Corner. Anderson. Kai Havertz. He scored the equalizer. He tried to score the winner off of a corner as well. Can't do so. He's bringing the Arsenal headers to the club now. But it will be a 2-2 draw in the first Champions League game here of the Nottingham Forest career and the Nottingham Forest save. 2-2. And so we end the season end the episode in 7th at the moment after the first 4 games. 2 wins, a draw, and a loss. And then we kick off our Champions League with a draw against Borussia Dortmund in there. When we come back, we have Crystal Palace to start. We come home to Manchester United. We have Carabao Cup action against Heracles Town. We should storm past them. Strumgar's in the Champions League. Actually, the schedule probably for tomorrow's episode, gameplay-wise, is Man United, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid. And we'll probably quick sim through the rest of the lot there. I will see y'all there for tomorrow. Live, like, subscribe, and peace out.